This is how I play the game. Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Lollermitten's cheer. He says, I believe if you didn't want people to get mad, you should have been honest from the get-go. You said you were going to get married. Don't say where. Don't have to stay in which state. Say you're going to, because now people can't separate money you raised for the taxes and money that's spent for a wedding, and there's animosity stemming from it. That's their own problem.
Sorry for fucking what? Because I've done nothing wrong, you know? The whole trip was paid for by my parents. I didn't spend $1 while I was there of my own money at all.
If people have issue with the fact that they can't wait to hear a situation's, explanation, that's their problem. And the bottom line is most people who have issue are just people who fucking already don't trust me.
To clarify, not only did my parents pay for this trip, they gave us money to pay for everything during the trip. And it was hilarious because when my mom gave me this money, she had wired this money to me the week before. She said, this money is not for taxes. You don't put any of this money towards your taxes.
Oh, shit. Well, that was way too much. The thing erupted on me. There must have been an air pocket in it. That's not cool. But we could salvage it. Look at that.
We were going to get married at my parents' house. My parents live in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I doubt many of you have ever been to Bridgeport, Connecticut, at least in the last decade. Bridgeport, Connecticut is a ghetto. It's like I said, it's a ghetto. It really is a ghetto. But my parents' house is nice.
So we had to drive through the worst part. I'm not even exaggerating. We drove 1 block away from where my friend T was gunned down and murdered when I was a kid. This is where my dad takes my bride-to-be. This is where he takes her first trip through Connecticut. Let's go through the worst fucking parts. So we're driving through these streets that look like a fucking demilitarized zone. You got a house where it's burnt out, all the windows are smashed out, and there's people fucking smoking pot on the front porch of the house. And you got guys that look like straight up gangsters walking down the fucking street in front of us. And you got people honking at each other, getting into accidents and shit right in front of us. And Kat's in the car like, she's never seen nothing like that before. She's like, she's gonna piss herself. She's like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, be calm. As long as we stay in the car and keep moving, we'll be alright. I've lived here my whole life, we're gonna be alright. My dad just fucking drives through all these areas all the time.
I'm not going to tell you people anything about the politics of my family, but basically because my dad used to be into politics, he knew a justice of the peace who was the same political party, and therefore the justice of the peace was going to come do this nice ceremony for us at my parents' house. And it's just a shame. The house is beautiful. It's nicely decorated, but it smells like a fucking dirty ashtray. Like, what a shame. What a shame of a place, man. Oh my God, look at the disgusting mess. Oh!
Your tax guy tipped me $1. Says, why don't you call me your tax attorney or CPA anymore? Tax guy sounds way too formal. Because it sounds better to say tax guy, because my accountant, he's basically my tax accountant. He's a CPA. He's all these things. But just saying tax guy summarizes everything nicely. And then basically on the wedding day. So here's the big wedding day to everyone on the internet.
Phil scammed his viewers to pay for his wedding day. Thank you. Really, thank you. For the money, stupid fuck.
Wait till you hear about this elaborate wedding day. We sat at my parents' house for 2 hours just basically talking. Okay? Then we got dressed up. So I went to my parents' bedroom, and I changed from my street clothes to my suit. Then Kat went in there to get dressed up in her stuff.
Oh my God, was she beautiful. So beautiful. I almost cried when I saw her. I was so happy. I was like, you look so amazing. Not to say she doesn't look amazing every day. That's one of the things she's good at. She's amazing at makeup, amazing at dressing up and looking nice. No. Okay, well, maybe no. And No.
We all stood in the hallway. We were, standing there in the hallway next to each other. And everyone just watched us, filming or recording or taking pictures. And the justice of the peace said, repeat after me, and said the vows. I repeated the vows. Took the ring, put it on Kat's hand, the wedding ring. And then Kat repeated after her, through the vows, took the ring, put the band on my finger. Now pronounce you man and wife, I do, kissed. And that was it. Everyone applauds. Amazing. The whole thing was 10 minutes, not even. All right, we're done. What are we doing now? Well, let's take pictures. Everyone take more pictures of the wedding with a couple. More pictures. Everyone want their pictures. And after that, we're like, what time is it? We take a look. Damn, we're hungry. Let's fucking eat. So that's it. That was it. It was a wedding ceremony, pictures. We're out of here. Let's go eat.
Oh, man. Oh.
And then, each one of our dinners came with a side of spaghetti with marinara. And she's eating the spaghetti. She goes, my God, the spaghetti tastes so good. It's the best spaghetti I've ever had. It's not just plain pasta. It's got flavor. Like, yeah, they cook it with olive oil and spices. They don't just fucking boil it and toss it in a little thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God. Oh, I'm eating pasta. There's penne in my pasta. I don't care. I don't fucking care. In fact, I'm eating pasta today. Penne. Oh, penne pasta is great. I prefer penne because it's easier to eat. You gotta slurp it. It gets all over the sauce. There's something to eat it properly. It's fun and delicious, but you eat it easily.
So, we ate all this, and basically after that, then it's time for the wedding cake. Now, here's the thing. Traditional wedding cakes are giant monstrosities. We knew we only had 10 guests. Ours was just a normal-sized cake, okay? My mom had wanted to get a traditional Italian cake. Pretty cool, huh? So it was a great cake. We each had a piece of cake. We didn't do the crazy, oh, it's a wedding, shove the cake in your fucking wife and husband's face. We didn't do that stupid shit. We just each had a piece of cake. It was really good. And then, after that, we said goodnight to all the guests. I got a couple presents, I'll be honest. Yeah, a couple guests handed me a card. And said goodnight to everyone. And we drove back to our hotel and had a nice night together.
Girls liked me because I was a nice guy, and I would be very friendly to girls. I was respectful of women. I wasn't a sexist pig, or I wasn't, drooling all over them. All right, that's it for the wedding day. Very simple. So the whole wedding that Phil scammed his viewers to raise thousands of dollars for, oniony, salty aftertaste in my mouth. Oh, I gotta take a sip. I mean, these fucking idiots that say these conspiracy theories on the internet are so insanely stupid.
By the way, here's the trolls in the stream chat. I don't know, guys. I don't know where the mods have gone. The mods were here before, but I'm not really seeing them anymore. I'm just gonna fucking ignore it. I'm gonna continue with my story. Apologies. If any mods are still here and want to actually help out, I'd appreciate it. I don't really see any mods here right now doing much, but they were here earlier doing a lot of work. Okay, so.
All right. There's a nice lean-in manual band.
And then we went to my parents' house. All right. And this probably was one of the nicest things because my parents and I just had a really honest talk about how everything's going. And basically my mom said to me was that my mom wanted to pay for Kat and I to go on a honeymoon. All right? And there were no specific discussions about any of that. Like where would it be or whatever. But basically I told my mom, I said, I appreciate that. That's amazing. And quite frankly, I doubt Kat and I will ever be able to go on a honeymoon together. Just being very honest. At this point, unless I get myself out of the financial rut I'm in, there was no way that I would be able to go. But I told her, being straight up honest with you, and this is Kat and I had talked about this previously, it's a no-go. We can't go on a honeymoon. I'm in a situation where I can't take time away from work. Already this week that I was away to be with my parents and for the wedding, already I had probably lost thousands of dollars that I would have made on the streams and the videos on YouTube. And that's money I need to pay my bills. And I'm not in a financially feasible situation where I could take time away from work in a significant amount of time anytime soon. We're talking years now, probably, before I'll be in a better financial position where maybe I could do that. Number two, and I said this very honestly, and this involves you guys, okay? I said, I'll be honest with you, right now, I posted up pictures of the wedding yesterday, And I can already see the 50-50 split of the way that people have reacted. You got the 50% of the people who like what I do and love me and trust in me and believe that even though I need all this help with taxes, that I did not come out here and spend my own money and spend money on this trip. And then you got the other half of the people who just hate my guts and literally now are saying so many nasty things about Kat and I on our wedding day. And this is what I live with. This is the dichotomy that I live with in my life, that I have staunch supporters and people who just hate my guts. And I said, now, can you imagine, let's say even in a year's time, can you imagine if I tried to go on a honeymoon when I'm probably still in a financial position where I need help on streams, people to be supportive or whatever with, with their contributions and all of that. And all of a sudden, oh, by the way, even though you guys, you helped me out a lot with everything going on financially, I'm going to go on a vacation now. All expenses paid.
Oh my God. Huh? That doesn't jive. And I honestly, I wouldn't feel in good faith. I wouldn't feel okay with going on a vacation with Kat, even if it was paid for, with the situation back home.
Here's the thing. When I went to visit Connecticut to see my parents, this is an important trip. Number one, we don't know what's going to happen with their health. At any moment, one of them could go, and I'll never see them again. So this is a very important trip to spend time with them. Number two, this is our wedding. This is an opportunity for Kat and I to get married in a situation that's better than what we would have done here for ourselves, and to have a little bit of a special day where we can remember this for the rest of our lives. And doing it there made my parents so happy that they were there for my wedding. Are you kidding me? Like I said, my mom's been waiting for me to get married her whole life. And now finally, thank God, before, she passes away, whenever that may be, knock on wood, hopefully not soon, I was there to be married and she saw it in person. Okay? She was so ecstatically happy. I told her straight up front, I said, not possible. Honeymoon can't, if you can promise us this, and I probably will never be able to take it. Okay? But
my financial situation. And basically I told her about everything that's been going on here over the last few weeks, how I've been doing multiple marathon streams. Is it e-beggar? I e-beg, right? You're constantly asking your viewers and your fans for contributions, how much money I had raised, and based off of what my tax guy had told me, here's what's left.
My mom said, well, here's the deal. She's like, I need you to commit to a fact that you're going to do some life changes in the short term and the long term. Because you can't keep going like this. She looked at me and she's like, you're happy, but I can tell that you're running yourself ragged. I can tell that you are working yourself to the bone, Kat as well. And, every time I call you, or every time we talk on the weekends, you tell me about how the whole week is work. You never tell me that you get to spend time with Kat, because you don't, right? And this is not the life that you're going to be able to live for your whole life. She's like, what are you going to do, when you're 50, 60 years old? And you think people are going to still want to tune into your stream all day long? I mean, yeah, maybe I could still do like a part-time stream, but no, who's going to want to sit watching a 60-year-old guy play video games all day, right? In addition to that, you're killing yourself financially because you have all these situations going on with the finances behind the scenes of everything. You're killing yourself to even make ends meet and pay your bills. How are you going to you can't. She's like, you've worked yourself to your limits. You can't keep going the way you're going. If you keep doing it, you're gonna have health problems. She says, look at us. Look at your father and me. We are at 60 years old and are having these health problems where we could go in any day. She's like, but you are in your 30s and you're telling us the stress and shit you're putting up with. And she even said to me, she says, you don't have to justify yourself to anyone. She says, understand that. You choose to do it. She's like, the work you're in, being a public persona, you choose to force yourself to justify to thousands of people. She says, you should have been able to come out here to Connecticut, have a nice week with your wife, get married, and go home and not have to do a special event when you go home to explain the situation and people, they're scamming these assholes being shitheads on top of you. She's like, none of that should happen. That's fucked up. That's a messed up life to have. And, and you're in a situation where you have to do, why? Who are these kids who are making fun of you on the internet that now they can actually concretely negatively affect your business? What kind of a life is this that you live?
I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life. I enjoy what I do for a living. I do. And that's my new reality. And I just gotta understand that and live with it.
I said, Mom, you're right. This is a situation when I started to get into it 10 years ago, I never thought that this is where I would be. It was a hobby. It was a joke. I didn't know I would lose my office job. I didn't know that I would have to try to flip YouTube into a living and then YouTube would fall through a million times and all that. So essentially we had this very long and important conversation. Okay. And where it ended up was a few things. The first is I realized, guys, I can't do this forever. I know that.
The bottom line, guys, is I hope that I can continue to be here and entertain you and be honest with you about games on a daily basis, you know, forever.
And by the way, don't worry. It doesn't mean I'm quitting doing this anytime soon. I love it. But I know realistically, how long can I do this? I can't do this forever. She has a point. What could I do? Maybe another 10 years? Top 15? Tops? Would people care when I'm 50 years old playing fucking video games? You know what I mean? And not to say that I couldn't try to diversify and do other things with my streaming. But I certainly don't think that it's going to be something people are going to want to tune into when I'm an older dude. You know, it's a younger generation. You know, they're not going to want to see me doing that stuff when I'm older. So in reality, what she's basically saying is that I need to not quit what I do, but I do in the long term need to figure out what else am I going to do. And she's right. I agree with her after thinking about it. Being completely honest with everyone. What I need to kind of do is get myself to a financial situation where I don't have to work all day on stream. Maybe where I can do like, all right, my finances are in a situation where now I don't owe so much that I have to literally make a ridiculous amount of money to pay the minimum payments on everything. And so that way I can stream less and I can maybe go get a job.
Yeah, speaking of job.
Oh my god, here we go, moron. I have a job, it's much better than yours. Stupid.
Honest pay for honest work.
Fuck you. I don't do honest work, asshole. Only suckers do. Only sucker works a 9-to-5 job.
That's an entry-level job that pays less than what I make streaming, but it won't matter because I won't owe all this debt to everyone and I won't need to make that much money anymore. You see what I mean? But that's not a short-term thing. There's no overnight fix to you owe less money to the world. You see what I mean? So this is something that's going to come in time. Where maybe, you know, again, maybe within 10 years, I can fix things financially behind the scenes where I'm not bleeding every month financially. And I can stream less and I can go get another job.
McDonald's.
And balance my life with that. And not to say, again, I don't want to quit doing this. I will do this. As long as it's within my power, guys. I will stream and share my daily gameplay and just fun experiences and interactions with you guys as long as I can. As long as people care. But nothing's forever. Nothing lasts forever. And my mom's right. She's like, you know, you're going to be our age. How are you going to be fucking doing this at 60? Look at us. We could barely move. And you're going to be doing this at 60? You're out of your mind. And she's right. So basically, I think that's what it's going to be is in the next 10 years or so. Once I finally get myself in a situation where financially it's not so bad, I'm going to look to get another job of some sort. And, you know, it's going to be work because I've been out of the job market for 10 years almost. And it's going to be probably another 10 years. You know what I mean? Before I can make those changes, but I'm going to have to.
McDonald's has now accepted my job application.
Okay? The other thing is, and my mom's absolutely right, she says you just can't keep doing what you're doing anymore. Like, if you literally cannot pay your bills, something's got to give. So, as afraid as I am of if I don't pay a certain thing, I'll ruin my credit or whatever, right? At this point, there's no alternative. You know what I mean? Like, basically, Kat and I sat down this week and talked a lot. And we were like, if I can't pay these taxes and we have to sell the house, what happens? Well, number one, we have to get another place, and my credit's not good. It's not. My credit's bad because I have so much outstanding debt. I doubt I would even qualify for a background check or whatever to get an apartment, or I definitely can't buy another house. No one's going to finance a mortgage for me. So it would have to be renting, and I don't even know if I would pass the renter's pack because my credit sucks. Okay? Feasibly, how would I move? I don't have money for it. I don't have money to move my stuff. I don't have time. I have to work my ass off to make minimum payments on everything. How am I going to have time to move? You know, that's a lot of work. Finding a real estate agent, renovating the house so it's ready for sale, selling all the shit in the house. I have no time to do any of it. Kat's working too. We don't have time, okay? So the reality of it is this. The reality of it is this. I have to make concrete changes that will ruin my credit in order to save the situation. I cannot leave this house, period. This house is where I work. This house is where the business is that makes me money. And this is the primary concern, is keeping this house, because if I lose this house, okay, then that means that I can't work, okay? I might not be able to get the internet I need to stream every day. I might not be able to do the work that I do in an office setting that's this quality, okay? So, it's just simple. As of now, my primary focus is this house and paying this mortgage and keeping the electricity and all that on. And whether that means that my credit gets permanently destroyed because I'm not paying the mortgage in Connecticut, or I'm not paying credit cards, or whatever it may be, so be it, because this is the important thing. And eventually what's going to happen, depending on what happens, how much I can afford and the like, is probably eventually that condo that I have in Connecticut that's a money pit that I can't get rid of and I can't rent and I can't sell, they're going to get foreclosed. They're going to foreclose on it and take it out of my name. And that's going to be a tremendous financial burden off of me. It's going to be at the expense of my credit, but at this point, I don't see another way out. The other thing with the credit cards is I know that with certain credit card companies, you can call and negotiate and say, listen, I'm in a bad financial position right now. I'm just in dire straits. I have a ridiculous amount of back taxes I owe the federal government and that I can't pay them. So obviously I can't pay you anymore because if I don't pay the back taxes, they're just going to start taking my money and you're going to get nothing. So what I need to do is negotiate with these credit card companies and say, I can pay half of what you actually want, but you have to lower my interest rates to make that affordable so that the card doesn't just keep racking up and never get paid down. So basically, I have to do all this stuff. I have to abandon a property in Connecticut. I have to negotiate with credit card companies, and this is going to permanently fuck my credit up. Like, I know, because I used to work for a finance company, Wells Fargo, where we would try to give mortgages and refinances, and if you had foreclosure on someone's credit report, you can't even talk to them for like 10 years.
What? Skinner says I've only had 2 chicks. I hate to tell you I've been with more than 2 women in my life, dummy. Do you think that my ex-girlfriend, who I didn't start dating till, what was it, 2012, 2013, was my first girlfriend ever? Just because what you know has happened on the internet is all you know doesn't mean that's the only thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I wasn't born 10 years ago. Oh my god, some people are fucking ignorant. I wasn't born 10 years ago, stupid. Holy crap, you're a dummy. What a dum-dum. There are many, many, many things that happened to me in my life before I ever went on YouTube.
After 10 years, maybe we'll consider talking to you again. You got foreclosure, can't talk to you, okay? And I don't know if I negotiate with credit card companies. I don't know if they're going to report that on my credit report as, oh, he's not paying, or, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's defaulting on the minimum payments or whatever. Because they might say on paper, okay, we won't harass you if you pay this much. That doesn't mean they're not going to report that to the credit agency as he's not paying the minimum expected of him, okay? So at this point, that's really what I have to do. And I committed to my mother that I'm doing it. I said, I will commit to you, Mom, that I'm going to do this because you're right. There's no way to pay everything anymore. And, you know, I now have a wife. We have a life together. You know what I mean? And we have to make these changes because we can't keep going this way until something goes wrong. I was so afraid this year of losing my house because I thought I'm going to have to sell my house to pay my taxes. I realized I can't sell my house. If I sell my house, I can't work. This is the place I have to keep. Everything else goes to shit. This is the place I have to fucking keep. Okay? So, after this long... I mean, this was hours. This conversation was hours. Alright? After this long conversation with my parents, finally, basically my mom said, well, since you can't go on the honeymoon, you know, how much do you need to get on this payment plan for these taxes and basically not get completely screwed over? I told her. She gave me the money.
Sure.
So, essentially, the reason that right now I'm going to be able to get on a payment plan is because you guys supported the shit out of me for the past month with these marathons, combined with the money that my mom was able to afford. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This money came with conditions. She says, your dad and I are old. We can't work anymore. She said, we gotta retire. This is it. You know, we can't do anything else. We can't help you if this happens again. So you have to commit to doing what you're saying you're gonna do, because if you don't, we have nothing else. This is it. This is the end of it, you know? This is the end all be all. So the situation is, she gave me enough money to qualify for the payment plan. Now, she didn't pay the taxes. Fuck no. She doesn't have enough money to pay $17,000 in back taxes. She gave me enough money that combined with what she gave me, combined with what you guys gave me, alright, is enough to now pay the government, and my tax attorney will work with the government to qualify for the payment plan. Alright? So, essentially, I am still going to have to try to make a lot of money, because I'm going to have an additional new payment coming out of nowhere now. I don't even know what it's going to be. I was assuming probably $500 to $1,000 a month, but it depends on what the terms they give me for this payment plan. And what I'm going to have to do is, like I said, number one, dump the condo in Connecticut, just don't pay it anymore till they foreclose. That's money in my pocket. And number two, make negotiations with all my credit card companies to pay like half. Because if I can pay half of what I'm paying now, that's a lot of money in my pocket. And between those two, I should be making enough to not only pay all my bills that I absolutely need to pay to keep the business going and keep this house, but also enough to pay my taxes. Alright? That's the deal, everybody. That's what's going on. So the good news is, this house is not at risk right now anymore because of the changes that I'm going to make and the fact that both you guys and my mom helped me out. We're out of the water for the short term. Long term, who fucking knows what's gonna happen?
I got a dollar troll tip that's actually pretty funny. He says, you always give advice for people who want to support you. What? Do you have any advice for people who want you to fail? Advice for people who want me to fail? Yeah, give up. Because the bottom line is I've been around for 10 years, over 10 years, with all of you trying their hardest, and I'm still here, and I'm not going anywhere. Regardless of the fact that's how much you hate me for nonsensical, just insane reasons, I'm not going anywhere. So you're just wasting your time, and you're just going to keep failing and looking stupid, and trying to convince yourselves that you've ever done anything meaningful with all the time you've wasted trying to take me down. And, yeah. It's not going to happen. It's absolutely hilarious the amount of idiots who try to fucking do stuff to me. It really is.
So that's what I'm doing. And that has to start this week. You know, as early as this week, I'm going to contact my mortgage company for that condo in Connecticut and tell them that's it. You know, 2 years ago, I tried to short sell my condo in Connecticut and they denied me. Say, it's your fault. I gave you a chance. 2 years ago, I told you I was serious. I didn't have money for this stuff. You denied me, and now here we are 2 years later, and I owe $17,000 in back taxes that I didn't pay, so you're fucked. You're not getting any more money from me. So you can either just foreclose now and get the property immediately so you could sell it again and make money, or you could take 2 years and waste your time, but either way, I'm not paying you any more money. So I got to do that this week at some point. You know, my mom talked a lot of sense into me. I agree with her, and it's just something that eventually, inevitably what I'm hoping to happen here is, let's say within 10 years, it has to be a 10-year transition, my credit gets ruined, but because I'm not paying the crazy credit card payments anymore, I'm not paying for this black hole condo in Connecticut, that money goes towards taxes and pays my basic bills, and now things finally start to go down to the point where, let's say in 10 years, now I don't have to do full-time streaming anymore, and I could go look for a job, and I could balance that with the streaming until eventually we phase out and I'm in a position where I'm healthy and I'm not overworking myself. That's the plan. I don't know how it's going to go. You know, I'm sure there's going to be more ups and downs along the way, but that's the plan. This trip to Connecticut was literally, in more ways than just the marriage, was a life-changing experience for me. Okay?
He's talking so much. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. He just blah, 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 blah. Here he comes. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. What are you talking about? Shut up. Nobody cares.
I turn and look at the car. The car has a fucking flat tire. And I don't mean the tire's low. The tire's flat. It has no air in it at all. What? We didn't even drive. How the fuck did this cat had not worked since the Thursday before our trip? No, excuse me, the Friday before our trip. So that was April 5th. How the fuck did the car tire get flat? So the thing was, we were very hungry. I was actually I was about to leave to get us like some fast food quick. So I had to fucking get an automatic tire pump. You plug into the car's lighter. I pump the tire up. I go get us food. I come back. I test it. Half the air of the tire's out again. So this thing must have a serious fucking leak. So I'm not going to give you guys the full story of ins and outs of it. One day this week, I may have to get this tire fixed, because the bottom line is, I don't know what's up with this leak. It's not as bad as at first I thought it was, because yesterday we went out for the day to restock the house and do all these things we needed to do now that we're back for the trip, and when we came back home, it wasn't low again. And I'm like, how could it have lost all of its air while we were gone, and then lose air again when I went to get food Friday night, but then we were out all day Saturday and it lost no air? It doesn't even make any fucking sense. I don't understand this.
I don't know. So anyway, that's the deal. That was the trip. All questions answered, guys. Literally, I think I've covered everything now. Everything you've heard from the assholes who talk shit about me and say I'm a scammer is complete lies. None of it's true whatsoever. Everything during this trip was paid for by my parents, including they made up the rest of the money that was needed to get me on this payment plan for the back taxes. Wow. That it's disgusting in my opinion. Like, I'm actually disgusted.
It was so hilarious when I posted up that we were married. You see, Phil scammed his fans for that tax money because it cost at least $2,000 for a wedding. So that's what Phil did. You know, and I just hope, after now that I've done this podcast and now I feel better, I got everything off my chest, I told you guys the full story of everything. I certainly hope that you guys understand the full situation and that some of you will be like, okay, makes sense. And not that you jump off, you drink the Kool-Aid and you jump off the cliff with the rest of these fucking lemmings who are losing their fucking minds over nonsense. It's just insanity.
It's absolute fucking insanity, the things that they believe, that they're that dumb. They're that gullible that they would believe this crazy shit. I mean, let's be honest here. Not exactly most intelligent people on the planet. Cheer, sub, and tip me, alright? So, I don't know how stupid you could be. I really don't. Some people are just really fucking stupid, I guess. I mean, you're paying me. You paying me money to get a temporary, momentary pop-up on the screen. Alright? It's just so ludicrous. It's just... it's so stupid. And most people don't pay attention to it. It's like the double whammy of stupid. I don't even know what else to say. It's pretty damn funny. Okay? It's pretty stupid.
The bottom line is, if you believe it, it's because you want to. Because there's no evidence to the contrary, because I just told you the 100% truth. So there can't be evidence to the contrary. You just believe what you want with no evidence. Blind faith craziness. And I cannot win you over. I never will. Because that's insanity, and insanity is for sheep. So I'm going to end the stream here. I want to say thank you to everyone who contributed very much. Thank you for your support. Thanks to everyone who listened. Thanks to everyone who, will actually believe me. Continue to watch my content. And, hopefully this at least assuaded some people's fears. And, again, to the people who were just nasty as fuck to myself and Kat all week, fuck you.
Ah, the salty tears.
Oh my god. Try to do this a little bit.
Oh, God.
You're immoral people who are never going to get ahead in life because you're disgusting, vile, toxic individuals. But on the flip side of that, thank you so much to everyone who is so nice and gracious and beautiful to us. People who remembered that I exist, even though I was gone for a week. And now we get back into the normal swing of things. Wings of Redemption fan cheer. He says, why did a few of your mods quit Phil? Disagreements. It's very simple. They disagreements. They felt they didn't want to mod anymore. And that's fine. Moderation is a option, not optional, but a voluntary thing is what I meant to say. And if at any time, mod feels, I can't live up to my duties, or I don't think I want to do this anymore, they can. In particular, I can tell you, being very frank, Swaggins, basically since January, has had issues with me, because during my Resident Evil 2 playthrough, at the end of the playthrough, he screwed up and said the wrong thing in stream chat, and then he tried to copy and paste the thing he said wrong multiple times, as evidence like he didn't. Basically, he was telling me to fight the final boss in an incorrect way that didn't work. And I got frustrated because I was trying to beat the game within a certain time frame that I had to beat it, and I would have appreciated no advice than bad advice. And he didn't like the fact that I called him out on stream for it, but he never really spoke directly to me about it. Then, as you know, Sekiro came out, and he is a humongous, ginormous, ultimate fan of Sekiro and From Software in general, and he loves the game, he loves the combat, he loves everything about it, and I don't. I like a lot of stuff about Sekiro, but I prefer Dark Souls combat. I've basically criticized the game a lot of times during the game. And even though I would admit sometimes I'm over the top with my criticisms and I end up kind of being unfair, I completely agree. I know that when I get angry, I get unfair. I believe that I've had a lot of valid criticisms. All right, a lot of valid criticisms of Sekiro. Some things that I've had on screen. Cameras getting locked in a corner, can't see shit. According to Swaggins, none of those are valid. It's just because I suck, which is stupidity. I mean, I have it on camera, these things happening, and most people would admit the game's not perfect. But for some reason, he just would not. He just basically said everything I said wrong about the game, was because I suck at the game or whatever. Then later on, he rolled back on that and said, oh, no, I didn't mean, that's not true. To which case, I said some extreme things about him, too, and basically said he's an ultimate fanboy of From Software, and he won't listen to anything that I say about the game. Basically, we went back and forth, right? But it was all public. This is the thing. It was all stuff that happened on streams, during gameplay streams. Then he disappears, and hasn't been here for like 2 weeks, and says nothing. So you tell me, and then all of a sudden, in stream chat, actually it was moderator chat earlier today, I said, I'd like to know what's going on with Swaggins, considering the guy's been MIA, and you got people, talking about rumors and stuff in the stream chat about where is he or whatever. I can't answer it. I don't know where the hell he is. And basically he came back and said exactly what I said. That since January, since the Resident Evil 2 thing, and now the Sekiro thing, and all the drama, he's had enough. So, okay, fine, bye.
I'm just going to ban. Bye, and you won't be missed. We don't need influences like you in here. Bye.
Appreciate everything you've done, but, oh well, I guess that's it. It was your choice. You never had the mod to begin with, and, you decide that it's enough, Goodbye. Good luck. Okay. So then moving on, Lord Lamb, basically, I guess doesn't believe me when it comes to my story about my trip. And he basically says if I don't feel that I have, faith in someone, I don't want to moderate for them. And I said, I actually respect that. Goodbye. I respect that, So, there you go. Lord Lamb apparently thinks I'm a liar or something when it comes to what I'm telling you guys about my trip to Connecticut. If he absolutely does not believe in me, then he should not be a moderator. He's right. And so I actually 100% respect the way he went about it. Basically just said, I don't want to be a mod anymore. I said, okay. And that was it. That was pretty easy, right? So there you go. And there's your answer. Pretty simple, right? And that's the thing, you know, moderators are moderators. They're not here to get a paycheck. This isn't their job. They're doing it out of their own volition. And, you know, it's if they feel that it's gotten to a point where they're not having fun anymore, right? Then they have the right to say, okay, you know, I'm out of here. And that's fine. In fact, I'm happy now that we got resolution because the Swaggins thing, he hasn't been around for weeks moderating at all. So no one knew what the hell was going on with this guy. And now we got an answer, and that's good. That's fine. It's fine to know what's happening. Okay?
It's Tevin's fault.
Then Frogs playing golf cheers says, if Cat got pregnant, would you tell us? I mean, it would depend. Like, if Cat got pregnant and this was something that we were deciding to do and, you know, keep the, you know, raise the kid. And, yeah, I mean, it would be pretty dumb for me to not tell you guys, wouldn't it? I mean, that would be pretty stupid. You're going to hear a baby crying in the background. Obviously, it's in the same house as me. I mean, yeah, I know I have soundproofing foam, but that mostly just gets the echo out of the room. You'd probably, you know, hear it. Eventually, the kid would grow up. You'd see the fucking kid eventually, right? Yeah, I would tell you. And the answer is no, she's not. I know this was one of the conspiracy theories, was that Cat got pregnant, and now I'm marrying her because she's pregnant. And that's completely false. As I've said many times in the past, we are not planning on having kids at all. We're at a time in our lives where, number one, I'm probably getting too old to have kids. And number two, we're not financially stable enough, so we don't want to do it.
What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.